Unit 10. Jackson Pollock. Our next artist, Jackson Pollock, is an American. He's famous for what is known as drip painting or action painting. Firstly, I want to give you his biography in brief. Then I'm going to lecture on his painting style. Jackson Pollock was born in 1912 in the western American state of Wyoming. He had 4 brothers, one of whom, encouraged Pollock to start painting. Pollock first attended school in Los Angeles and then traveled cross-country to New York to study art. The primary period of his career lasted from the 1930s to the 1950s. During this time, he married Lee Krasner, who was also an artist, in 1945. Pollock was additionally supported in New York by the wealthy Guggenheim family, who helped Pollock and Krasner buy their house in the countryside near New York City. It was here that he painted some of his most famous works. Unfortunately, Pollock had a drinking problem, and in 1955, when he was only 44 years old, he died in a car accident caused by his overdrinking. Jackson Pollock's fame lies in his unique style of painting. He is often called write this down, abstract expressionist artist. Pollock was influenced by Native American art, Mexican mural artists, and the Surrealists. Pretty diverse crowd, huh? In the 30s, he developed a style called drip painting. He used house paints because they were more fluid than normal art paints. This is what he did. Pollock would place a large canvas on the floor. Then he'd stand over it and let the paint drip onto the canvas. Furthermore, he sometimes threw it at the canvas by using a brush or a stick. Other times, he moved about quickly, dropping, dripping, and throwing the paint. This style is also called action painting because the artist moves around so much. The paintings were very unusual and, obviously, like nothing else. However, there were no accidents in his work. He claimed he always had a vision of what he wanted to paint, and a careful examination of his paintings shows patterns.
You're joking, right? People actually bought this stuff?
Actually, Pollock's works are considered the most valuable in the world of any modern artist. One of his paintings was bought by an Australian gallery in 1972 for $2 million. Today, it's worth over $100 million. That was a fabulous investment for someone. Recently, several paintings were discovered which are similar to Pollock's. The people who found them thought they'd struck it rich. However, tests on the paint showed that it was invented after Pollock's death in 1955, meaning he couldn't have been the artist. Too bad for those folks. Listening comprehension. Number 1. What is the professor mainly discussing? Number 2. What was drip painting? Number 3. According to the professor, how does each of these relate to Jackson Pollock? Number 4. What does the professor imply about Jackson Pollock's works? Number 5. The following statements describe Jackson Pollock. Put a check in the correct box for each sentence.